What's up, everybody? Good vibes over everything. It's actually, I just realized it's been like a week or two since I've done one of these. I'm gonna be honest with you. It slipped my mind because I checked my numbers last time, and y'all aren't really watching it. So I was like, whatever. But I'm still gonna do what I'm supposed to, and I'm gonna submit this video. And if this reaches at least one of y'all, then I'm happy with that. Which is kind of the basis of this kind of video. Is it always surprises me, and it makes me happy to be here when we give out these letters on a Thursday of kids that are being sent back to their home campuses. And yeah, you have some that are excited. Most are excited to go back because they get to go see their friends and to whatever, right? But it really warms my heart, the ones that don't want to leave. And I really, not surprising because you're all amazing in your own way, and you all love up on kids and make sure that whether they made a mistake and they have their flaws like we all do, y'all still love up on them. Y'all are stern with them, but they know that you care about them. And it just makes me happy to be part of this, because building relationships with kids and making sure that they know that they're important is important to me. And so when we have kids for X amount of days and they don't want to leave, that's a good problem to have. So I applaud each and every one of you for really pouring yourself into these kids, I mean, everybody wants to be loved, and some of these kids need it more than others. And for them not to want to leave, that means that y'all are doing things right and that y'all are caring for these kids. So I really appreciate y'all. And so that's why when I ran into this, it made me think of y'all. And it said, every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. And I don't think truer words have not been spoken. Man, these kids need a champion. So why don't you be the champion for that kid? Because you don't know what's going to happen down the line, and how these kids are going to turn out, And so some of them might not directly related to, oh man, I had such and such believe in me when I was at ALC, or I was at my, or whatever their home campus is, or whatever. But the ripple effect is there, positive or negative. Okay, so let's make sure that we're on the positive side of things, that we're making sure that we uplift kids, to make them feel that they're important, that they matter, and that being in school is worthwhile, or acting right and being respectful towards others is the right thing to do, because that's going to have a ripple effect down the line. I mean, I growing up, I did have supporting parents. Both my mom and dad, thankfully, were always supporting me, were always on top of me, to make sure that I was getting things done. I was still a knucklehead, and so I had teachers that believed in me, and I kind of coached me through life. Because when you're a teenager, your parents don't know what they're talking about, right? When it comes to a teenager, adults don't know what they're talking about. At least your parents don't. Sometimes it does take a different adult, whether it's an aunt, an uncle, a teacher, a coach, to knock some sense into a kid. Like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You're not on the right path. And that's what happened to myself. I was on the wrong path for a bit, for a little stint. I'm not gonna lie to you. Seventh and eighth grade, Mr. Hernandez was a little different. I was trying to find out who I was, and I was still in the phase of I cared what other people think or thought. So I was acting some type of way, but I had great teachers and coaches kind of coach me through that. And so never underestimate your power to extremely impact, either positively or negatively, um, how a kid turns out in the future. So thank you for all you do. You're doing great. I see it when it comes to these kids that don't want to leave, and it makes me know that our team here, our family here, is doing what they're supposed to. Anyway, have a great week. Talk to y'all soon.